sitting right here, my boy,
Yeshua.
Yeshua, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're just on some real life situations, man. So um, I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about himself. Um, you know what your name is. You know what I'm saying? Where he came from. We're gonna be speaking on that. The errors that we grew up in, the situations we done encountered, and how we grew from these situations, and that's what this podcast on right now, man. So you're part of Big Gossip, and on Big Gossip, man, we like to, welcome the people, make them feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, and just give your side of your story, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of times you don't get to give your side. You just only hear the street side of what everybody else got to say about you, but now it's your turn to give your side of it. So what we're going to start off with, you know what I'm saying, like, where you grew up in, what part of town you grew up in, what city, state, you know what I'm saying, and, introduction of yourself, you know what I'm saying. So you just let these folks know, you know what I'm saying, where you come from, what kind of background you got.
Shit, man. I came from the south side. It's just how it is. I came from the big old south side, man. One of the realest niggas out there, motherfucker, really. Feel what I'm saying? I had a whole lot of trials and tribulations in my life, man, that I had to grow from. I sold a lot of drugs. I did a lot of drugs. Let's get that straight. Yeah. We ain't capping around this motherfucker at all. You hear me? I sold a lot of them. I did a lot of them, man. But God brought me from a real dark place, man, to a real place of nothing but brightness. You feel what I'm saying? So I came out the south side, man. Did a couple prison bids, sold a lot of drugs, hurt a lot of people. I ain't realized at the time though that shit, I wasn't only hurting myself, but I was hurting a whole lot of other people, man. My kids, to be specific. My family, to be specific. You feel me? But I came from that place, man. And I'm headed to a whole nother place. I don't even realize, man, this shit big, man. This shit real big.
So what type of positivity that you feel like that you on now, that you went on, years back from now, you know what I'm saying, that can help the people, and teach them about growth or whatever, like.
Shit, I'm gonna start with a Bible verse, man. I'm gonna start with a Bible verse because, God speak to us in ways that if we just open our eyes, if we just open our minds up and receive everything that he's trying to give us, man, then, we'll be able to move in a whole different manner. And it comes from Romans 12:2. It says, shift your patterns and your focus. Shift your patterns and your focus. As y'all just heard me say, man, I had a whole lot of patterns that I was dealing with, and it was all negative. You know what I'm saying? It was all negative. He said, shift your patterns and your focus, and you will change your life. He said, renew your mind. Renew your mind. He said, change the way you think to create a better life for yourself and a life that honors God. He said, shift your mind. Shift your mind. And I'm going to focus on that right now, man. I had a whole lot of negative shit going on in my life, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand where it was coming from or where it was even going. But I realized that it was going that way because I had a whole negative mindset. You know what I'm saying? So until I got to a point in my life where I could switch my mindset, I'm talking about it's like an on and out switch, boom, boom, an on and out switch that I had the ability to control. That I had the ability to control. A on and off switch. From negative to positive. And until I changed my mindset, the way that I thought, the way that I moved, only then could I change how my outcome would be, how my reality would be. Because whether y'all realize it or not, you got the key to your own reality. I got the key to my own reality. Until I tuned in to that, then could I turn that switch and make my reality what I wanted it to be. What I wanted it to be. Not what you wanted to be, not what he wanted to be, but what I wanted to be. I had to change my mindset. So I focused on that, man. I focused on that, and I read, and I indulged in beautiful readings from the ancestors, because they left a whole lot of shit behind for us to indulge in that we don't even indulge in sometimes. But I began to indulge in it, man. You know, I had to set myself down. I had to set myself down in order to see what the fuck was really going on, man. And once I did that, they started to speak to me. They started to speak to me in ways that I ain't shit so real, man. It's crazy.
What are some of the mistakes that you felt like you made, and you noticed you made them, and you seen the setbacks from them, to where you learned from them and you grew from them?
Shit, I did a whole lot of time in prison, man. I did a whole lot of time in prison. I did a whole lot of time being away from my children. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big mistake, because I'm the leader. I'm the leader. I'm the Godhead. You know what I'm saying? I am the Godhead. Feel what I'm saying? So I made a lot of mistakes in my life by not realizing who I was and what I could bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And my kids paid for that. My kids paid for that. You know what I'm saying? My mama paid for it. Baby, you paid for that, and get what? I give it all back to you, man.
Do you feel like it was like careless mistakes? Like,
it wasn't
not
careless.
saying that you didn't care, but you just reacted on how you was gonna react to situations, and you didn't realize how you were reacting until you got into this situation and you was able to have that sit down.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. I didn't have the mindset, cause it's all a mindset. It's all a mindset. Like I was telling y'all earlier, man, you control your own reality. So it was a mindset that I had that had been built up over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that I saw, the shit that, like, the drug dealers, you know what I'm saying? The cars, the clubbing, you know what I'm saying? The women, all that shit was a big factor, because I wanted that shit. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to have all that, so therefore I couldn't focus on what I really wanted, what I really needed to have out of life. You know what I'm saying? Because they had my mind so intertwined in the hype. You know what I'm saying? The hype ain't really the hype.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my mind was so intertwined in the hype, you know what I'm saying, that I forgot who I truly was. I forgot who I truly was. And that's a bad combination, man. You know what I'm saying?
What can you tell the youth that's coming up now, that how different it was when you was coming up compared to how life is now, and what you learned from your childhood to growing up now, to the mistakes that you see them making this day, that you can direct them the right way.
Don't follow the crowd. Never follow the crowd. Don't follow the crowd. You be your own person. Be your own man or woman. You be your own man or your own woman. You set the tone. It's your energy.
For your life.
Yeah, you set the tone. Don't nobody else set the tone for you. You set the tone. So, I'm going to put it to you like this. That negative shit ain't going to get you nowhere. That negative shit ain't going to get you nowhere. So, you have a positive mindset. So, with a positive mindset, you set the tone with a positive mindset, and it'll change everything around you. You hear me? So, when you start to do one positive thing, when your energy speaks positivity, everything around you begins to speak positivity. It's a whole circle. It's a whole 8. It's infinite. It's fucking infinite, man. You set the tone, young nigga.
What you think about, you know what I'm saying, a lot of young people growing up, not completing school, you know what I'm saying, dropping out of school, choosing this way of life, choosing the gang life and stuff like that. What you got to say about that? Like, what's your output on that?
They come from a whole lineage of following this nigga and following that nigga. That's what it's all about. They come from a whole lineage of following this nigga and following that nigga. Until you can follow your own self, until you can follow what your own soul tell you to do, then you're going to continue to follow what they tell you to do. You feel me? And get what? We've been in like this fucking 4 going on 5 centuries. 4 going on 5 centuries of niggas following niggas that ain't got nothing for them. Bitches following bitches. Excuse my language. Because I stand on a guy headset. So, excuse my language. But niggas following niggas, bitches following bitches that ain't got nothing to show them on how to become a better them. How to become a better them. Now, if a person ain't showing you how to become a better you ain't got no need for them, partner. You ain't got no need for them. And I stand on that. I stand on that. I go to the word right now, man, on what God telling me, man, on what God's saying to us, man. You hear me? You ain't got no need for them folk. I'm going to keep the truth to you, and that's all I can do is keep the truth to you, man. You feel what I'm saying? Don't follow the hype. Don't follow these niggas. Don't follow these bitches unless they got some positivity to put into your life to help you to be a better you. End of story.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what you feel like that you on now that you wasn't on? Like, you know, I can tell the growth that you got going on. I can tell, you know, you went through certain situations and you grew from that situation. You learned from that situation. That sit down was an actual sit down for you, compared to a lot of people. They go sit down and they just sitting down.
Right.
But while they sitting down, they not picking up certain things, or, you know what I'm saying, they're not learning from, you know, people that's going through a lot more than them, that's going to do a life bid or whatever, compared to you or this person going home 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They in there for the rest of their life. So was that like a wake-up call to you, knowing that I got another chance? You know what I'm saying? I got another chance, and I didn't make this mistake that this person made. I don't know how this person made this mistake. It is not for us to guess and assume or, you know, acknowledge why this person made this mistake, but, you know, like, was that a wake-up to you just for the little time that you did, and realize where you really want to be in life? Am I still going to get out here and be on this because so and so gonna look at me as this if I don't do this, or am I just gonna make them life decisions that's gonna help me grow and become a better person and stay out here longer for longevity?
Definitely. So I realized I had a motherfucking purpose. I realized I had a purpose. That God gave me a purpose, man. That's when I changed my whole mindset. When I realized that God gave me a purpose. And my purpose was to, because I had been through so much shit in my life. You know, the strongest motherfuckers is the ones who that's done been through something. Them the ones who gonna give back. So I realized that God had gave me a purpose, man. And that can't nobody do it like me. Can't nobody give it back like me. I'm one of a fucking kind. I'm one of a kind. And that's when I realized, that when my whole life started to change. When purpose came into effect. Purpose. When purpose came into effect, that's when I realized that I had to change my whole mindset. I had to change the whole game. Because the game was given to me freely. And I chose to give it back.
Alright, part one. We just started. Hey, then my cuz right here. Is that your bill or my bill?
I think his, but we're going on
yeah.
Ted's, bro.
Yeah, they're my family. They're my
bill right
family.
here.
I want to call him his old names.
I'm
J-Lo,
Joshua.
J5,
That's
Joshua
Yeshua,
Wade.
man.
Yeshua.
You know what I'm saying? This says this Rika,
Baby daddy, fiance, boyfriend.
fiance. I was say fiance.
Whatever you want to call
So
it.
that's mine.
My bad, I ain't mean to walk into your.
I think
Oh, you
this
good,
is
but you
mine.
right on time, though.
Yeah.
You're
I
right
kept
on
hearing
time.
something outside, but I thought it was
Right
Lamar
on
probably
time.
went outside. You tried to come to that door too?
I just had pulled up.
God don't make no mistake.
Oh, you already know it all.
He don't make no mistake. So that shit right on time, though.
No, hell no. Let me hit that first before you go out there, cause
Yeah, I don't know if y'all.
get what? I brought some shit and you were gone.
When?
Is that shit right there?
You came back?
We done killed
Huh.
it.
There go another one.
I came back, but you and D were gone.
Man, I went. Look, I was already sitting
How
here.
you feeling about that, D?
They playing about the guy.
Shit,
They playing on
speak
the
some
sign.
positive shit. You know, you're hey.
Say
I mean,
no
you
more.
gotta be your own man.
Ain't no more.
That's all it is,
Ain't
too.
no more.
Y'all got.
Ain't nobody can dictate that.
Yeah,
You hear me?
Y'all gotta
lead
talk
niggas the
amongst-
wrong way too.
I ain't trying to live, and that's what I told, bro. I told not to lead nobody the wrong way. Ever
Nobody
again.
with that
Because I
situation.
don't hurt so many motherfuckers.
It's,
Yeah, and that
Alright,
shit
know
come
what I'm
back.
saying? He speaks
man.
You hear me?
And they be in pain.
I don't hurt so many motherfuckers, bro.
no,
I
I'm just
told
saying,
her,
though, he, you know what I'm saying? He
mix the
wanna-
barrel.
he
I'm talking
wanna
about mix that
what y'all
motherfucker up
Yeah.
a different
What
way.
he done
Yeah.
been through, what he, you
Gotta
know what I'm
make it
saying?
right.
So he on a
Got to
different
make it
level.
right,
so
man.
I didn't want to just
Waste
bring
ain't
that
gonna
into
get
So you was homie?
Huh?
You was homie?
Yeah, I was blood like a motherfucker. I'm still blood, but you know, cause I ain't got out of the shit. But they respect the fact that I don't.
Yeah, like me, I'm blood too. I'm
Say-
full line.
I tried to get some.
Where
You
your
should have let me
cup
know. I
at,
would have
bro?
pitched in and
Huh.
bought some more because
Yeah.
I told Big D to bring me some goddamn 4 Locos just because we didn't want to go to the
Man,
store and get
I
no
just-
liquor.
I told Drew I ain't want to sit at the house now. It's Labor Day. My first Labor Day out in 7 years.
Yeah, that bitch said you might come back.
I said,
but-
look, I'm finna goddamn go over there with D. I use you for escape route. I did. I said I'm going over with D.
It's
Go out and
okay.
drink. You know what I'm saying? She was like,
Everybody
cause I'm like, I don't want to sit. I don't want to sit at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to enjoy my freedom. You feel me? Like I said, I've been gone 7 years, bro. I want to enjoy my freedom. I've been out what 10 months now, 10, 11 months.
I finished my
Puerto
shit too. Said, damn, it don't start
I
raining. Shit
got a
too.
job. I bought the car.
Don't let nobody take your freedom, bro. Don't let nobody take your freedom.
Like that's what that was me.
That's why I say, you know what I'm saying. I know Ted's got a good head on his shoulder and shit too, and he just got a chain gang too. Not just let nobody business. It ain't recording no more. Man. Nobody see it, but he done been through what he done been through and shit too. We all done been through that situation. It's about learning and still having somebody with a good head on their shoulder to teach them. Like I said, and drinking together and stuff like that. I try not to get into their business, and I also tell them, you know, most of y'all go through, you gotta keep it amongst each other because letting it out, you have
Definitely.
too many
Definitely.
opinions on
Definitely.
that, and it's gonna fuck up the situation because you gotta, like you said on here, you gotta be your own man and set your own direction and tone of what you're doing. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, even on some positive shit, like now y'all see each other, y'all met each other, y'all might, you know what I'm saying, see each other again, and y'all speak. And if it was to let you know, son, you know, you give him the positivity that you got and shit like that. Like he ain't somebody that's gonna mislead you and shit. Like he one of my older cousins and shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie to you, throughout that he look up to me too.
He can Neil too, or Neil on the other side.
Neil.
Neil Curry.
Neil Curry. He cool as fuck.
Far as Neil, his parents and my grandparents and stuff like that, they always been just tight. Far as like
you want a nigga,
so it's not like that. But Neil, you know, Neil fuck with everybody.
Yeah. See, Neil,
somebody just shot up in car and shit, Rich. I don't even know who it is. Don't tell you. It could.
You want a nigga who been through what you been through to tell you.
They can relate.
You know what I'm saying?
They can relate. I feel what you're saying, bro. So like, bro,
you gotta pick and choose these niggas. Like, nigga, you know a lot, nigga. I know you know a lot, but you ain't been through what I don't been through. You ain't rolled through what I don't roll through. You know what I'm saying? So I hear you, but you can't resonate with me.
Oh yeah, I feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying. Like for Neil, he don't go through what, but he ain't, you know, been in the steps.
He might been in the, you know what I'm saying, boom, but he ain't been through what you been through.
You feel what I'm saying?
But it ain't nothing that a nigga that haven't been in prison can't tell a nigga that been through prison.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you, like yesterday when me and you was sitting down talking, you told your cousin, you said he been out of prison for 7 years, but he still got that prison mentality. He still, guess what? You far from that. You need to elevate from that. That's the reason why they send niggas to transitional center to transition your mind.
That's why I told him, you did,
and your body from what you've been through.
You did 12 years. You been out 6 or 7 years, bro. Like your mind gotta be. You can't stay right here where you been at.
Definitely.
It's time
But
to come.
what?
You got to evolve.
From all of us
You got to
going through
evolve.
that, bro, we really can get a check.
Yeah, you really could get a check, but guess what?
Cause it's kind of
if you
going
trigger
through
your
a mental
mind
health.
to think about that right there, like, bro, I ain't gonna tell a lie. Like, everybody tell me, yo, bro, you get a mental health check. But guess what? I wouldn't never let the devil feel he got that. He got that over me. Oh yeah, you mental health, bro. You mental health, this and that. No, I'm not gonna give him that victory. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mental health. You know what I'm saying? I can play crazy. I ain't mental health though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from where you don't been, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from where you don't been, bro. Yeah.
All right, no.
I'm from where you don't been, bro.
Get what?
Yeah. And I don't evolve from it.
Yeah, you don't.
That's why I can give you.
But get what? This nigga done been through a lot of shit. I done seen that nigga. He done went in and out the system more than I have. I done been in the system for some time out my years of my life, but it was a point in time when I first went through the first couple of times. I knew I was gonna get out and fuck up again because in my mind, nigga was teaching me, oh yeah, you fucked up right here. You need to keep niggas on right. You need to do it this way, do it that way. So I felt like I can get out and hustle and sell dope a different way. It's a trap. It don't matter if you go for a 5-year span, 10-year span. It's still a trap. If you don't do what you gotta do, you gotta change your mind. But some shit that you said in that Bible, or what you said in that Bible, I'm gonna tell you what the pastor told us. He said so simple without you saying all them words together, and that said the same thing. Change your mind.
Change your mind.
Change your life.
Change your life.
They meant the same thing.
Change your whole life.
Change the way that you think and change the way that you move. It's gonna change your whole entire life. And with that being said, it's like we all done been through it. We all got a story to tell. Damn, that shit come down. We all got a story to tell. We all got utensils and shit to use. But at the end of the day, use that to be helpful for the younger generation. Because guess what? You got kids coming up, but you got nieces and nephews and shit too. You got little cousins and shit too. Get what they gonna look at? They gonna watch you.
Facts.
They gonna see you. They see you with the tattoo. They see your body full. They gonna see all that shit. They gonna see that. Ooh, I wanna be. But when you tell them, no, don't try to be like me.
You gotta
Be like this.
Better than me.
Be this.
You got.
I made mistakes.
Exactly. You can't make the same mistakes I made. Guess
Yeah.
what? Now niggas make mistakes they might not live to see the next day.
Man, get you a chair. You might want to
Yeah.
stay out here.
I just told
we,
people
we
I
can
ain't
do
got
part
nothing
two.
bottle
We can do part two.
Oh no, I ain't gonna be on the
later.
I ain't gonna be on
No, we ain't gonna do that. It was just that, you know, I want him to be on the big gossip and shit, and it wasn't nothing about it. He didn't say nothing about games.
Yeah.
Nah,
He didn't
I
say
don't do
nothing.
that,
He
bro.
just talk about whatever because really it's a spiritual walk. What he got going on,
Yeah.
but at the
So,
same
I
time,
did.
people gonna judge you on who you is anyway, or who you speak on. That's why I say we can't tell everybody. You might think in your mind, oh, when I get up in the morning, I'm finna open me a business bank account, and such turn me on to this, how to make my bank account grow, and I have $1 million in a year. So get what we want to do sometimes. We want to tell the world on Facebook. Yeah. Next year I'm finna be a millionaire. I'm finna be there. And guess what? It's another nigga on there. It's your cousin. It's your homeboy. It's your man. Fuck that nigga. Man, look at that nigga. Man, that nigga talk about he finna be a millionaire next year. Shit. Man, that nigga. Man, that last week he just asked me to borrow $40. How you finna be a millionaire next week? Niggas be doing shit.
just told me that, bro. Like,
Motherfucker
everybody
do shit
happy
like
for
that.
success.
They ain't.
Everybody happy for success, bro. Get what? I'm working my job, whatever. I might get a goddamn raise or a new promotion. You think them nigga goddamn tell he ain't been able to tell them money, he doing better than me. They ain't happy, bro.
You can't tell
Niggas don't like
everybody
to, you can't
everything.
tell everybody, bro.
They
your
gonna take
blessing,
you
bro.
out, man.
They
They
gonna
gotta
try
tell
to
y'all
take you
like,
out,
cause
right?
get what? They didn't go as hard as you did. They didn't put in that work you did. They didn't have to go through the bullshit to get to a little bit of good shit.
Bro, like, bro, I this morning, I thank God, like, bro, I ain't where I want to be, get what? I ain't where I used to be.
That's it.
But where you want to go?
Father, up.
Man,
Just
you
believe.
always say that. Yeah,
Y'all
you got
niggas
right.
seen that rain.
You got right now. You seen that rain.
Thing got
You get your
strained.
chair. Get your chair. We ain't gonna record no more
All
right
right,
now.
yo.
We just on some real shit right now. But you know, I just wanted Josh to get that in. But what I wish I could have
You
just
believe in it,
Oh yeah,
or you know it.
I believe in God. I believe in it, bro. Like, I grew up raised in the church.
He gonna give it to you, man.
I'm telling, brother. I already know. Get what? I've been changed. My third time
He
to
gonna
change.
give it to you, man.